Morning for Monday morning sports, and we're going to jump right into it, Butch. First off, we're going to start with Friday night football scores in the Cooley Conference. Arcadia blanked Luther 42-0. West Salem beat Black River Falls 54-7, and Westby just got by GET 8-6. Conference standings: Aquinas finishes first, West Salem second, and Arcadia third. In the Dairyland, in a game you heard right here on WHTL Radio, Olivas Drum blanked Independence Gilmanton 36-0. Reed Brown, the quarterback for the Cardinals, our Napa Parts and Performance player of the game. He was 6 for 9 passing for 147 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Blair Taylor beat Whitehall 36-29. So the final Dairyland Conference standing, CFC 9-0. And a 7-0 conference record finish. First, Pepin Alma second, Olivas Drum third, and Blair Taylor fourth. Of note, CFC outscored their opponents this year 343-21. Well, Pepin Alma, who finished second, down their opponents by a score of 363-57 over the course of the year. Clover Belt Conference, Regis beat Neillsville Granton 42-9 to finish a perfect 9-0 overall and win the Clover Belt with a 7-0 record. Mondovi down Durand, Arkansas to finish 6-1 in conference place, good for second. 8-1 overall. Their only loss to Regis a couple of weeks ago on a Hail Mary.
As the clock expired.
Yeah, as the clock expired. Fall Creek finished third with a 5-2 conference record, so congratulations to them. They got a 44-7 win over Osseo Fairchild on Friday. And then the playoffs started in 8-man football on Saturday. Alma Center Lincoln traveled to Marion Tigerton in round one of the 8-man playoffs, and they lost. But congratulations to them on a good season. So that brings us to the playoff pairings. All these games start Friday night, 7 p.m. under the lights. In Division 7, CFC, no surprise there. They got the number 1 overall seed, and they'll host number 8 Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Pepin Alma, the number 3 seed, will host Turtle Lake. Blair Taylor got a number 4 seed. They'll host number 5 seed Olivas Strum. And a Dairyland playoff matchup.
That's a rematch of a game we did just a few weeks ago up at Olivas Drum.
Wildcats were beaten by Olivas Drum 59-34 in that one. The winner will take on number 1 seeded Lords or the number 8 seed Shiocton. Those two teams hooking up. In D6, number 1 seed Regis will host Unity. Number 2 seed Mondovi will host number 7 Abbotsford in a game you'll hear right here on WHTL, 6:30 pregame on Friday night, maybe a few minutes before, and a 7 o'clock kick. The Mondovi Abbey winner will meet the winner of number 3 Bangor and number 6 Marshall. Regis and Mondovi, Butch, could potentially meet. In fact, I would say it's pretty likely in level 3, November 7th.
Would be surprised if they didn't, to tell you the truth.
That would be up at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Fall Creek got a number 5 seed. They'll travel to number 4 Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser. The winner of that game meets the Regis Unity winner. Opposite side of the D6 bracket, we should mention Melman did get into the playoffs as a number 8 seed, and they'll travel to meet number 1 Darlington. And in Division 5, Arcadia gets a number 5 seed and a trip across the state to take on number 4 seed Winnebago Lutheran. Already mentioned regional volleyball, Tuesday night, Necedah at Whitehall.
Yep.
And then Thursday, TBD. You'll have a good matchup, I'm sure. State sports, Packers go to 4-1-1 with a 27-23 win over Arizona out in the desert. Badgers
continue their scoreless ways.
Why are we still talking about that? 0-4 conference, 2-5 overall. At least they fell to a good team, number 1 Ohio State. And finally, sadly, the Brewers season came to an end Friday night.
Yep.
But playoffs, Butch, I'm really excited. I think, we've got a couple of good matchups. We chose to go cover Mondovi because it really looks like they could make a run this year. They've gotten kind of stalled at level 2 the last couple of years. We went out to Marshfield 2 years ago and up to Grantsburg last year. But the Mondovi Buffaloes don't seem to have a lot of holes in their team.
No, in their overall game, and they've got a kicker this year, which we've talked about off air. but that can make a difference come playoff time. You get down inside that, then they'll probably let him kick from, I'd say, the 25, 30 yards out.
Yep.
So, you're in that red zone, and to come away with no points, well, if you got that 3 points you can get in high school football, Dave, you know as well as I do, that could be huge.
I said it before, right after the first game of the season when we saw GET and Mondovi. I said, Mondovi, I think they could get out of level 2 this year, I said, but look out next year.
They're a young team.
I think they're going to be in the state championship game come 2020.
Putting no pressure on them.
No pressure. I'm just making a bold prediction.
Coach Loscheider might be looking you up come Friday night.
But, they have looked good there this year. They've scored a lot of points. They have a proven ability to respond when another team scores. And one thing I can tell you about all teams in general, but especially Mondovi, they go hard for 48 minutes every single game, and they are led by a group of super sophomores along with some very talented upperclassmen, and Mondovi football looks like it's in a great position for years to come here.
It really does.
And that's it. We'll be at Mondovi 6:30 on Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff, so join us there.
Tomorrow night.
Volleyball.
Laura and I will be in volleyball here right in Whitehall, so tune in for that also.
All right, Dave Carlson and Butch Lama, thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Steve in for Brian this morning, and we're going to get to news right after this.
Your hometown location, 102.3 WHTL, Whitehall, Wisconsin.